Good morning, fellas. It's Saturday, August 6th, and that's the temp. And looks to be a John Kerry day out there today. Slight breeze going on. In here, the car. But before we get on that, little story to tell you. This always sat on my dad's kitchen table, and when he passed, I wanted the sign, and in shipping it here, you could see it broke, and always wanted to get it replaced and everything else, and never had the means or knew anybody do any work for me or anything like that to sit there and get it replaced. And then I contacted Buck at Buck's Wood Shop. Ooh, the clock's going. And he made this for me. And I think it's turned out pretty good. So we're going to hang this in the kitchen. And again, thank you, Buck. And this is quite cool. So now in the car, with all the measurements we took, we did find out that the frame itself, or the subframe, is cocked over a little bit, about 7/32 of an inch. That's why these are out again. The 5/8 dowel rods. These go under the rocker panel in the pinch welds that come down to support it on jack stands, one on each side. And we'll get this thing up, but I want to back it in. And in doing that, we got to flip the car around. We were having issues with the electrical on the fuel pump relay right there. And my oldest son's coming over, and we're going to work on that first thing and getting that taken care of. What I found out so far on my own is that pin number 46 on the panel there is for the power for the fuel pump. Turn the ignition on, the relay comes on, gives power to pin 46, we get power, and then I'm assuming the relay heats up and clicks off, so I think the relay's bad. My son's got a meter, we can test it, and that's what we're going to do. So, let me close the garage real quick. Got another thing that's going on, and we'll stand here and do it. And you see up there on the shelf, there's miscellaneous, a whole bunch of small block parts. Like right there is a brand new starter in a box. And then over there, underneath that mess, there's a brand new water pump that came off of this motor because this had to be a reverse rotation water pump because of the serpentine belt kit. So, and then I saw that HO Motorsports, Anthony, got Ruben a small block 350. So, Ruben, you want some small block parts? I'll go through my stash of junk around here and box some stuff up like that starter and that water pump and send it off to you if you want it. All they're doing is collecting dust. And too bad you're not putting a box in it, because right there, that flat box right there, is a brand new flywheel for a small block. So we'll get this stuff off to you, and if you want it, just let me know, and I'll box her up, mail it, and send it off to you. So that's all for now. When we get more on the car, I will turn this back on. Later, guys. Hey, fellas. Well, that was really quick work there. We replaced the relay, and that didn't cure it. We jumpered out of the box and directly down to the fuel pump, and the fuel pump is bad. I don't know. I think I'm going to go on board with Anthony, HO Motorsports, as far as Rock Auto Parts are concerned. I got the fuel tank and the pump as an assembly from Rock Auto Parts, and I guess it goes back to what you get what you pay for, because they were the cheapest on getting me an electronic fuel pump for the fuel injected motor. And I'd say that pump has a total of maximum 20 hours on it, from me pulling the car out and backing it in and everything else. We could drop it off at jack stands, and me and my sons could flip it around and everything else, the whole 9 yards. But if I got an issue with that fuel tank, I'd rather have it pulled in, since I got to drop it again anyway. So we'll take care of one problem at a time. First the fuel tank, and get that emptied and dropped down. Wouldn't be so bad, but my son just put in almost 5 gallons of 100 octane racing fuel that he had in the gas tank, or in his gas can over there. And so now we got to siphon that all out. We'll put some fuel stabilizer in it and stick that away and drop the tank. Gonna go online, start looking and seeing for a pump, or whether I want to replace the whole thing, the tank and everything. So it was a quick day today. I'm all cleaned up, shower's done, and do some research on the internet and see about the fuel tank, or the pump. Definitely not going back with Rock Auto Parts. That's for damn sure. I mean, pump with 20 hours on it, and it already gave up the ghost. So we are going to go another route, and that's why I'm going to look online. So with that said, again, Ruben, I got a whole bunch of small block parts. If you want, I'll start boxing them up and sending them to you. You know my email address, and I think you got my phone number. Go ahead, either email me or give me a call. I'll be here all weekend. That's about it before I start babbling on. Look at that. I had all day. Family dinner was postponed until tomorrow. I had all day out here. I had high hopes of getting the front end stripped down and everything else. Oh well. All I got is time. So before I start really babbling on, hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for leaving comments. And when I get more on the fuel pump, fuel pump and fuel tank, I'll pop another video up later.